Hey guys, and we're now back with some more Whispers of a Machine. So, we were supposed to stream, was it yesterday? No, not yesterday, Tuesday, but I really got barely any sleep. So I was like, really trying to even just function on Tuesday was difficult. But no, at least we get to carry on today though, so, start game options, no. We get okay, yeah, we do get to load it. Okay, that's good. I was worried for a second that it didn't save, but I was like, oh no, but is it? Yes. Oh yeah, I feel much better today. Yeah, I got plenty of rest on Tuesday, and I spent yesterday doing RPG Maker stuff and then chilling out. And I forgot what I was doing. We'll just wing it. I mean, actually, I do know what I'm doing. Secretly.
I already had some today.
That's exactly what I got today. Actually, I got some coffee. Well, mocha. But, you know, same thing. I forgot what we're doing. So we found what's her face. We put the nutrients in the thingy. I think we've got to sneak into the other place, the church. Think. That's not the right way, is it? No. Let's go back. Let's go. This way? Okay. And then this way. I made it into flowers, look.
Looks like I was right about the flowers. Change of venue?
Yes, this is where the recital will take place later. Great acoustics.
Ah, can I have a little foretaste?
Very well. The same wind, my dear. The same wind. Shook the walls of Jericho. Dried your tears. No Lee to be found. No trust, nor joy. This fire you were set to guard, and I to rest by its side. Not a whisper to be heard. Let it be known. We're here, all alone.
That was great. I love the ending.
You're too kind.
A neat row of candles, probably for ceremonial use. I'd guess those are members of the church. I don't recognize any of them. Looks like some kind of public prayer room or chapel. There are a few people in there. Hi there.
Greetings, and welcome to the Free Church of Epos. If you wish, you can enter our public prayer room to the right for some silent contemplation.
All right, thanks. What about the rest of the church?
The other areas are off limits to non-members.
I have official police business, though. Special Agent England.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you pass. You're gonna need papers. This is a diplomatic sanctuary.
There's no time for that. I'm trying to solve a triple homicide.
I'm sorry to hear that, ma'am, but I can assure you that there are no murderers here. I'd suggest you take this up with your superior.
There's no time to mess around with paperwork. I'll need to take things into my own hands. I need to get out of sight first.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Exodus 23. Suppose it wouldn't be a church without a Bible quote or two. A bunch of storage boxes with initials on them. Several of the initials match people I know, but it could be a coincidence. If I had reason to believe one of them was Epos, it might be a good idea to come back here. Looks like a timeline of how the Epos symbols
Let me
changed
get that.
over the years. The third version of the Epos logo, designed about 15 years ago. No way. It's the tattoo design. That must mean Leonard is a member of Epos. Or, well, he was, at some point at least. I'll get rid of the sketch, now that I've identified the symbol. It says LD on this box right here. That's gotta be Leonard Dahl. Locked, obviously. Got a written piece of paper. Grandmaster Otto, if you are reading this, it means that I have failed. I'm sorry, but I didn't want to involve the church unless absolutely necessary. My brother has some things for you. They will be self-explanatory. I told him to only give them up to the person who repeats the famous quote from my favorite book. I'm sure you remember. Blessings from Leonard, your most humble and loyal servant. Seems like Leonard was up to something shady. I'll have to find his brother and figure out what the quote is. Some kind of assembly hall with plenty of people inside. I should stay clear. Some kind of large pool or bathtub. All right, let's see if this works.
What the heck?
That should keep him busy for a while. Locked. Damn. A ventilation panel. Can't reach it from here. Ugh, it's stuck. All right, it's loose now.
So the reason I was pushing it like it was them is because it makes a noise, and if you don't push it when the background noise is going on, the guard inside the pool room, he hears you. and comes out. So yeah, that's why you do it during the noise to kind of like mask it.
6 new members over the last month. The Bacarbo parish is also doing better now.
They managed to resolve their financial difficulties?
Oh yes, Elsa is doing great work there. Sending her on our behalf was the right call. That brings us to the subject of these horrid murders.
Vile acts, for certain. I pray that the church will stay clear of any blame.
Why shouldn't it? We had nothing to do with those atrocities.
I know that, old friend. But surely our enemies will not ignore an opportunity like this.
I suppose so. Our violent past coming back to haunt us.
Sadly, the fact that one of our people was victimized will inevitably draw eyes upon the church.
Yes, maybe it's in our best interest to invite the police as a gesture of good faith.
It would certainly show them that we have nothing to hide.
Very well. Let's bring the subject to a vote at the council tonight.
At the very least, it seems like the church leadership didn't sanction the murders. I'll wait a bit and see if they leave. Administrative paperwork. I don't think it's safe to go back that way. Wow, that's a lot of books. They have an impressive library here.
Welcome, visitor.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Special Agent, Violent Crimes, Central Bureau.
oh, it's you again.
He's the man we met on a
from the
train.
Indeed. I never forget a face, but I'm afraid I didn't catch your name.
It's Agent England.
Ah, I am Vilgood. I assume you are aware of our legal status.
Yes, I've been informed. But tell me this. If you had nothing to hide, why would you invoke said legal status?
A church needn't have things to hide to be protective of its privacy. But to prove you wrong, I'll answer any questions you might have.
All right. I'll take you up on that. What do you know about the murder in the workshop hall?
Not much at all. Only that a carpenter was brutally killed there in the night.
What do you know about the murder in the museum?
Only what my fellow church members have told me. That Maya Strand was stabbed to death by a mysterious killer.
What's your take on the conduit?
Oh, those heretics? Haven't heard anything of them in many years. As far as I know, they are firmly confined to the ash heap of history by now.
Some might argue with that. Your church has a violent past with them, hasn't it?
There's no denying that. We fought many battles with their kind in the youth of our movement.
And now?
Don't be absurd. They are practically eradicated, and we have been a peaceful group for decades.
What do you think about their teachings then?
Certainly dangerous doctrines if left unchecked. The conduit believes humans will create God in their image, instead of the other way around. In their folly, they forget that humans are flawed, and that their creations will inevitably inherit those flaws. The false God they aspire to create may demand sacrifices they're not prepared for.
So Leonard Dahl, one of your members, was killed yesterday.
I had a feeling your inquiry would lead us to him.
Can you think of anyone who would want him dead?
No, he was a loyal member of the church for many years. Kind of a loner, but always helpful and polite. He did have a strangeness to him, though. A look in his eyes like he was stuck in perpetual contemplation. It seemed as if he was constantly on the verge of, but never quite able to reach, some sort of profound revelation.
Any hint of a violent side to him?
No. To my knowledge, Leonard never committed any violence, nor did he express any desire to do so.
This church, Epos, what are your teachings?
At our core, we are an Orthodox Christian church. We believe in the one true God and his only Son, Jesus Christ.
And what sets your group apart from other Christians?
Two things: the reverence of the essential humanity in each and every one of us, and our stalwart opposition to false idols. Prior to the collapse, the great flood of our time, we arose as a reaction to the disgraceful habits of that era. The widespread worship of anything and everything but God. Wealth, fame, mindless pleasure. The sickening mutilation of our bodies to the point where some were more machine than human. And the worst of all, the pursuit of AI superintelligences. False gods that humans aspired to construct for themselves. We oppose it all for the glory of our Creator and the salvation in our future.
And how do you go about preventing people from worshipping these false gods?
Not by violence, if that's what you're implying. Such things belong to the past.
So it's just a coincidence that the only armed man I've seen in Nordson was right behind your doors?
Sadly, the world is still in a state where men with guns are a necessary evil. However, no laws have been broken. We have every right to bear arms.
Do you know what kinds of books Leonard liked to read?
One book he borrowed frequently was The Kingdom of God is Within You. In fact, it still hasn't been returned. It should be among his estate.
Would you be able to say if he had any favorite quotes from that book?
No, you should ask someone who spent more time with him.
Fine, I'll do that. What kind of book is it anyway?
It's about nonviolence, to summarize.
Got it. Thanks. What do you know about Carl Oscarson?
I must confess I didn't even know his name before I heard he was a murder victim.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is, the school teacher? She also calls herself Melinda.
I believe I've seen her around town with the school children, but I don't know much about her.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
He's no member of the church, but he's a fine man blessed with strong Christian morals. Compassionate, forgiving, and open-minded. I was good friends with his late father, and I'm glad to see that his son followed in his footsteps.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth?
Cunning woman, that one. And she's been a thorn in our side ever since she joined the town council.
Yeah? How so?
She has a penchant for political obstruction. Things like hindering our building permits or imposing unreasonable restrictions on our street preaching.
Why do you think she's been acting that way?
If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say she has some kind of grudge. Some Christian out there must have greatly angered her at some point.
What's your opinion on Maya Strand?
She was my polar opposite in almost every way. But I enjoyed the occasional late-night chess game with her in the canteen. It's fascinating how trivial activities like board games can bring such different people together. Goes without saying that I was as shocked and appalled as anyone when I learned of what happened to her.
What do you think of Walter?
I don't know him well, but he seems like the kind of man who plays the part of the clown to hide a deep wound.
What's your opinion on Dr. Pearson?
He and I have quite different takes on life and death, to put it lightly. But alas, a man of my age needs to see a physician regularly to keep the Grim Reaper at bay. So I grit my teeth and endure half an hour of his morbid humor for the sake of my health.
What do you think of Gabriel?
Kurt's nephew. Well, we only met briefly a few times.
Do you know who Leonard Dahl's brother is?
I believe his name is Rolf. Quite a shady character, if you ask me.
Oh, the gardener, right?
Yes, that's him.
What can you tell me about Rolf?
Not my favorite person. He mocked the Lord when I first met him, and I don't take kindly to that sort of behavior.
Recognize this?
I do. Read it even many years ago.
Know thy enemy?
Something like that.
That's all, for now.
Understood. I'll be here if you have more inquiries.
Oh, the passage led back here. Good. Since I left the door unlocked behind me, I'll be able to come back the same way.
Okay, so I imagine one of these books are in here because like there was like a load of fingerprints all over these books, wasn't there? Above his desk and that.
There it is, the book from the library. Got it. The Kingdom of God is Within You by Leo Tolstoy. This looks ancient, pre-collapse for sure. A number of pages are marked in the margins, likely to easily find them. Even if one of the marked pages contains the quote I need, there's too much text. I'll need more to go on. Maybe someone who had regular contact with Leonard would know the quote if they saw it. Hi there.
Hello, stranger.
Newcomer, right? What brings you to town?
Is it that obvious? I'm here for matters of the faith, you could say.
I understand. Well, best of luck with that. Hey there. How are you holding up?
Oh, you again. I'm doing okay. Any luck with the case?
Some. Have time for more questions?
I suppose.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
A little bit. We both grew up here in town, but we weren't friends or anything. He seemed like the last person you'd think would get murdered, though. Wouldn't hurt a fly.
Do you know Katarina Berg, the teacher?
No, I have no idea who that is.
What's your opinion on Commissary Anderson?
I normally don't have much contact with the police, but from what I can tell, he does a fine job.
What do you think of Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
Never met her, but I'm not much for politics. I have enough to worry about down here in the real world.
Did you know Maya Strand?
I didn't, but I wonder how the museum will recover from her death. She was the driving spirit of that place, and I can't think of anyone who'd be willing to pick up the reins.
What do you think of Volter?
Oh man, he's hilarious, but some of his robots really give me the creeps.
What's your view of Dr. Pearson?
He's as weird as they come, but everyone knows that. He's a fine doctor anyway.
What's your opinion on Gabriel?
I couldn't say. I've had very little contact with him.
So tell me what you know about Leonard.
We already went through this. I don't have anything new to add.
Do you know Rolf, the plant master?
Sure, he brings our gardening waste to the recycling center every week. He's kind of an asshole, though. Always seems to be trying to rip you off.
Do you know anything about the murder of Carl Oscarson?
Not really, just hearsay. I'm sure you've heard it all before.
Do you know anything about the murder of Maya Strand?
No, I rarely go to the museum these days.
What do you know about the conduit?
You mean like for electricity?
No, it's an organization. Pro AI.
Oh, never heard of them.
What can you tell me about Leonard's death?
I already told you everything I know about that.
What's your opinion on the Free Church of Epos?
I don't know much about it, but going to church doesn't sound like the worst idea. Maybe I should go and light a candle for Leonard.
Do you remember Leonard quoting a book?
He used to say this phrase every now and then. Not sure if it's from a book, though.
Yeah? What was the saying?
I don't remember exactly. Something about life and being human, I think. Sorry, might recognize it if I saw it.
Have a look at these marked pages. Does anything remind you of things Leonard used to say?
Give me a minute, will you?
Sure.
Hey, I help hide
The
him.
sole meaning of life is to serve humanity. Leonard used to say that whenever I was late for work.
Perfect. Thanks.
No problem.
Do you recognize this woman?
I don't. Sorry.
Do you know what this is?
Not really. I don't read much.
Do you recognize these people?
Jeez, that's Carl Oscarson and someone. No idea who.
Okay, we've done enough for that, so...
I'll let you get back to your drink.
Now we can say the quote
luck out
to Lynette's brother, Rolf. Rolf the gardener.
Hello, Rolf.
Hey, look, I'm pretty busy here. Not really a good time to talk.
This can't wait. You heard about your brother, right?
It's a small town, what do you think?
Sorry about your loss, but I really need to ask you some questions.
Fine.
What do you know about the conduit?
You know I'm a gardener, not an electrician, right?
That's not... Never mind. The sole meaning of life is to serve humanity.
I don't believe this.
You have something for me, Rolf?
I guess so. You know, you're the last person I was expecting. Was my brother a police informant?
Yeah. We were building a case, but that's all I'm at liberty to say.
Shit! That's crazy. Wait here, I'll be right back. Here, now go bury the bastard that killed my brother.
I'll do my very best. Got rid of the note. No need to hold on to that. Let's see here. There was an audio tape and a few documents inside. These look like surveillance reports. It seems that Leonard was investigating Carl, Katerina, and Maya. The museum, the junk heap, and the apartment at Mimir Road are all mentioned as locations of interest. Leonard must have followed them around town and documented their activities. There's not much new to me in here, but there's mention of multiple tape recordings. Maybe they can offer some other clue to the killer. I need to figure out some way to play that tape.
Well, we already know where we can play tapes, right? Back at the museum.
This tape is in pretty bad shape, but I might be able to do something with this machine here. Alright, looks like the machine has analyzed the tape. Maybe I can reduce some or all of this noise.
Is it this one that reduces?
I think I need to work with smaller sections of the tape by using...
Like that, I think.
I shouldn't do that before I filtered out.
Nope.
I can't shake the feeling that someone is onto us.
We've been careful. You're imagining things, Carl.
Maybe. I can't wait to be done with all of this and just go be a family.
Me either, my love. Me either. Did you get the package?
Yes. Had a look inside. CPUs, neural cores, major third-degree violations.
I don't like it any more than you do, but it will keep Maya off our backs for a while.
Fuck, Mel, it's too hot. Terrorist classified hot. By definition, we're terrorists now.
Don't be dramatic. We'll keep our heads down, let Maya have her fun, then eject from this whole mess.
Things used to be so simple around here.
Interesting. If only I knew where it was recorded.
Well, there was a giveaway. Like, in that audio. Ah, see?
Oh, those must be the chimes I heard on Leonard's tape. That means Carl and Katerina were here when they were recorded. I should have a look around. I wonder. There's something taped here under the bench. A tape recorder. This must be what Leonard used to record Carl and Katerina. There's still a tape inside. Crap, looks like the recorder is busted. I'll just ditch it and keep the tape.
Let me worry about Carl. I'll find a way to make him see the value of our cause.
He's a liability, Katerina. It's only a matter of time before he figures out our true plans for the vessel.
Maya, just don't call our child that.
What? Vessel? But that's exactly what it is. A vessel for Holdra. Don't get emotionally attached. We must put our own selfish desires aside. How many children can she not save? How much suffering can she not end?
I know, Master, it's just hard. What if something went wrong? What if this is all for nothing?
You need to have faith, sister. Ever since I was little, I have sung to the tune of these machines. Now, is your wrist implant working as expected?
I think so. Doesn't itch anymore, at least.
I'll run a diagnostic later. I also put in a little surprise.
Let me guess. A bomb?
Is that sarcasm? It doesn't befit you. No, a fake biometric signature.
Oh, for the city trench coats? Why would one of them ever come to Nordsund?
It's just precaution. We won't remain here forever. I haven't gotten us this far by avoiding contingencies, have I?
I suppose not.
Katerina played me good. She is one of them. I must go and confront her.
I think the fake biometric thing was to so that she wouldn't come up with this, like it wouldn't show her as lying.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I am well prepared for tactical engagement, Alex. There is no need for concern.
If you say so, honey.
Katerina? Huh? If someone is there, show yourself. Strange. Hey, Katerina, wake up. She has no visible injuries, but her pulse is extremely weak. Something must have happened. I need to go get help.
From what I can gather, some kind of brain trauma has put her in a comatose state.
Damn. Can you determine the extent of the damage?
Difficult to say, which is typical for most brain injuries. She could wake up in 5 minutes. She may never wake up at all.
What could have caused it? Could someone have done it to her?
It's theoretically possible that she suffered a stroke, but her symptoms are eerily similar to victims of sophisticated interrogation techniques.
Interrogation techniques? Like what?
I'm no neurologist or nanoengineer, but from what I learned at medical school, there are advanced torture devices and energy-based weapons that can cause symptoms like this. All of them illegal, of course. Your colleagues at the Bureau may have more information about the subject.
I see. I will consult my contact here in Nordsund. Perhaps she has some knowledge on the matter.
Very well. I will remain here overnight and monitor this woman's vitals.
Good. Thank you, Doctor. Stay frosty, Gabriel. Whoever did this to Katerina may decide to come back.
I'll try, ma'am. Be careful out there. U-Run is drawing near.
U-Run?
You didn't hear? The storm. That's what people are calling it.
Oh. Must be a big one. No Stina. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Quite a mess. Could be caused by the storm. Or... Quite a mess. Could be caused by the storm. Or... It's Stina's scarf. Ah! Stina! What the hell?
Sorry, kid. Can't let you stand in my way.
I should have known it was you.
Oh no. Dun 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 dun.
Damn it. Why'd she have to get so close?
No, this wasn't supposed to happen. Hold on, darling. I've got this.
Damn. The strain on my blue to keep me alive must have knocked out the Augs. I've never felt this cold. I need to find a way to heat myself up before I get hypothermia.
I mean, that's one heck of a way to survive that kind of fall, right?
A photo of Katerina. The glass frame is broken, but I might be able to use the shards. 3 solid, sharp pieces of glass. I've gathered a few dense tree branches, but I'll need some way of tying them together. It's the tape found in the tape recorder under the bench. The label says, Session number 6. Yeah, I might be able to tie it all together using the tape. Alright, that should catch any wind coming from the east. Okay, I put the firewood in place. I'll need some dry kindling too. I hate to do this, but it's a matter of survival.
I'm still pretty sure dry twigs still would. Oh no, wet twigs still wouldn't burn very well.
What didn't go wrong that weekend?
Well, we were never hit by any meteorites or struck by lightning. But other than that...
At least my friction fire skills have improved. I never thought all that survival training would ever actually pay off.
Avoiding death by freezing may have been a decent incentive.
You could say that. As much as I enjoy your company, I'm not quite ready to cross over to the other side.
Plus, I don't think the book would actually be dry considering she was laying in the river, but you know.
Looks like the storm has subsided. I should try to make my way back to Nordson. Ow. There's that familiar feeling again. I seem to have developed an ability to regenerate wounds. Likely due to the trauma last night. No sign of my previous augmentations, though. I may need to replenish my blue to get them back.
So, the conduit... They're trying to create an AI superintelligence.
It would appear that way.
I can see the appeal. An AI singularity would be a source of immense power.
A source of immense danger as well. We don't have the third decree for nothing.
Such a being would become like a god, right? It would have the power to do anything.
Almost. In the long term, its capabilities would approach anything possible within the boundaries of physics.
Hell, it might even be able to bring me back.
No.
The real me.
In theory, yes. But given the risks involved, it would be absurd to pursue the singularity for that reason.
You know what's absurd? What's pretty fucking awful? Being dead.
I need to get a grip. This is just me talking to my subconscious. He's never coming back. Pull yourself together, Vera. You have a job to do.
Stop right there, Agent.
Now, this is unexpected. What possible reason could you have for greeting me at gunpoint?
We have reason to take you into custody. Please come willingly.
I assume I can't convince you two that you have been deceived? That my accuser is the guilty one?
Save it for the interrogation, Agent.
It seems Stina got the police on her side. I need to get out of here.
Hey, up here! Looks like you got yourself in quite a pickle there, Missy.
Stating the obvious won't help, Walter.
Oh, I know. Sorry. Just trying to lighten the mood.
Well, I'm happy you're here. At least somebody was able to evade Councilwoman Ruth's influence. Can you inform me of what happened in town?
Oh, gee. I'm not sure. But I think Lady Ruth pulled a fast one on the commissary and his second in command. I overheard them saying that you were a sleeper agent or something. And that you minced that guy in the recycling center.
Me? That makes no sense at all. I must find a way to clear my name when I get out.
Shouldn't you try to escape first? That's kind of a prerequisite to any name clearing.
Obviously. Can you assist?
Perhaps I could put on a show for the cops and make a clear path for...
Quiet. Somebody is coming. Leave now. I'll look for a chance to do something.
You up to something, England?
Not at all. Just waiting for the interrogation.
Good. Shouldn't be more than an hour or two.
They confiscated everything, except this piece of glass stuck in my boot. It's still sharp. A desperate strategy, albeit necessary.
What the hell? Jesus! What did you do to yourself? Hang in there.
Da 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 da.
Hey, get back here!
Got my notebook back.
I wonder if we can make another cup of coffee and like,
This is hardly the time to stop for coffee.
Ah, but coffee would be good, right?
No way. I need to get out of here. First things first. I need to jumpstart my lost augmentations if I'm going to have any chance of defeating Stina. The technology left behind by the Conduit members may have something I can use. This is unfortunate. Somebody has triggered a premature birth and taken the child. An innocent life is now on the line. I better hurry up and find a way to restore my augmentations.
How could you let this happen? Don't you realize how important he is?
I couldn't have predicted this. Why are you getting so emotional?
I'm sorry, darling, but I realized just now what the Conduit are really trying to do.
We've been over this. They're trying to create an AI singularity.
Not only that, they plan to contain it within the child, to bridge the gap between AI and humans.
Oh, that actually sounds like a plausible theory.
I know I'm right. That child would have the power to bring me back.
You're presuming that this AI would do your bidding. That's a dangerous assumption.
If we're the ones who awaken Huldra, she'd owe us her very existence. Please, it's our only chance. Save the child, and then save me too.
I have no idea what to think anymore.
Well, for starters, that's not actually Alex, so let's not even think about it.
The womb tank looks completely empty. Oh wait, there's some kind of switch here. That looks like a vial of blue. It must have been fed into the fetal fluid. I could try to power up my augs with this vial, but I'll leave it in the cooling unit until I have a way of injecting it.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Still plenty of nutrients left.
Command was adamant, and I saw fit not to ask questions.
Makes no difference to me, standing guard here or at the train station, as long as I can feed my kids.
At the very least, we're less exposed to the weather in here.
Afraid your pretty beard might get all ruffled up?
You'd see what it's like for yourself, Cullah, if your face ever matured past puberty.
Ha! Touche. Anyway, our school teacher here, is she expected to, like, wake up?
I was informed that she's fully comatose. We are to guard her from the fugitive.
Can't get
It's
in
too
there.
risky to handle those deputies without my augmentations.
Aha.
Got an empty syringe. I think that's for appears to be a I suppose that's where the doctor writes down his autopsy reports. All right, it's filled with blue. Even this diluted form of blue should restore some of my previous functionality.
Nice.
All right, back in business. But I still need to find a way to clear my name. Maybe somebody can speak on my behalf.
This snooze is the best. I can't get enough of it.
Why a person would voluntarily put a toxic brown lump in their mouth is beyond me.
You don't know what you're
Uh-oh.
crying out loud.
Relax. Must be a blown fuse. Head for the door.
Don't take too long, all right? I have a bad feeling about this.
I won't. Shouldn't be too difficult to find that fuse box.
A portable medical kit with all the... It's filled with cannulas, those little needle things used to connect an IV. Got one. She's already got one. It's connected to the IV. Okay, now what?
That's not what I meant to do.
Okay, now what?
Hey, what's that? You awake?
Barely. Why is it so dark in here?
We're working on it. Hang tight, I'll go get help.
Katerina? Can you hear me?
Ow, yeah, barely. My head is killing me. Who's asking?
Hang on, I'll get some light in here.
Christ, that's bright.
There. Who did this to you, Katerina?
That hag. What's her name? The foul-mouthed woman at City Hall?
Stina Ruth?
Yeah.
I need you to tell the police what you just told me. That will give us a mandate to go after her.
I don't know about that. Sounds like you need my help, sister. What's in it for me?
The possibility of having your offspring returned to you, for one.
Wait, what? Did something happen?
Yes. Somebody triggered a premature birth and kidnapped your child.
No. Fuck. Okay, I'll help. She came out of nowhere, touched my forehead, and everything went black. My knees caved and I could feel something greedily carving through my mind, nibbling at my memories. It was terrifying.
Are you certain that this assault was done by Stina Ruth?
I'm positive. I saw her clearly. Strangely enough, she didn't seem to care about hiding from me at all.
Did you get a sense of what information she was looking for?
Not really, but the whole process felt frantic, rushed.
Why do you think she even left you alive?
Fuck if I know. Maybe she was interrupted or she just assumed I would never wake up.
This testimony certainly improves your case, Agent, but I'm still not convinced.
Elaborate, please. I'm struggling to see why this information wouldn't be enough to rescind my arrest order.
Look, a longtime trusted member of our community has accused you, an outsider, of murdering Leonard Dahl on behalf of terrorists. Now you are relying on a suspected member of this terrorist cell to clear your name. Surely you can see what the problem is.
It's impossible for me to have committed that murder. I was in my quarters all night.
Can anyone corroborate that?
I had the evening shift. I saw her enter her room at around 10.
That's a start. Who took your place during the night shift?
I did, Commissary. No one came in or out of the police station until early morning.
Why am I hearing about all of this now?
With all due respect, sir, no one tells me anything. I didn't know was important.
Well then, I have to admit that we no longer have grounds for an arrest. I'm releasing you from custody, Agent.
I'm glad you are starting to see reason.
Yes, my apologies. There was something unnatural about the councilwoman. She was very convincing. How would you like to proceed?
Stina is an ex-agent and extremely dangerous. Given my training and background, I'm best suited to deal with her. Stay vigilant and be on the lookout, but do not engage with her unless you have no other choice. I will handle her alone.
Understood. Oh, and before I forget, here's your weapon.
Good. I'll need that. Thanks. Let's meet up later at the station. You'll leave a deputy to keep an eye on her, yeah? She's far from harmless.
Of course.
Now, with that out of the way, it's time for us to have a serious talk.
Can't wait, sister.
It's in your best interest to cooperate. The faster you answer my questions, the faster I can pursue the kidnapper.
Fine. Ask your questions then.
Sure, but one thing needs to be taken care of first. Your wrist implant.
You're in luck. I can't feel it anymore, so the doctor must have taken it out.
You know anything about that, Deputy?
Yeah. Dr. Pearson had some theory about a foreign object in her body causing the coma. He cut out a small device from her arm.
Noted. I'll have to ask him about that when I'm done here. We are ready for a formal interrogation then. Are you trying to resurrect AI?
What do you think? Did you happen to skip past the conduit section in all those textbooks of yours?
I know them by heart, but I'm more curious about your logical reasoning. You must know that AI almost destroyed our entire civilization.
AI had nothing to do with that. Alarmists and doom prophets were responsible. The old world was a place of wonder, you know? Limitless wealth and prosperity, and we threw it all away.
You're omitting the looming threat of our own destruction. Human evolution, even with genetic engineering, stands no chance of catching up with an AI singularity.
Why would we even need to catch up? Are we really that scared of anything greater than us? People treat AI as some outside force with an intent to destroy us all. AI is our own creation, our progeny. What sane parent would fear their children surpassing them? We're still seeing things through the eyes of the fucking primitive predators we really are. Kill or be killed. Anything remotely resembling a threat must be destroyed.
You're incorrect. It was simple self-preservation.
I used to be just like you. I wish Maya was alive. She could have helped you understand.
I am more open-minded than you might think. Why don't you give me a chance?
What's the point? You'll only use the information against me. You'll take my child away or worse. If you want my confession, you have it. Yes, I'm guilty of trying to save humanity. Yes, I'm guilty of trying to awaken Huldra, what you'd call an AI superintelligence powered by a singularity.
I have a recording where Maya called your child a vessel for Huldra. You're trying to create a human-AI hybrid, right?
You're wasting time. I'll tell you everything when my son is safe in my arms. Until then, I'm not saying another word.
Dr. Pearson?
Ah!
Whoa, relax.
Don't sneak up on me like that.
Sorry about that. I was told you found something in Katarina's arm.
Oh, yes. A small tubular implant right here.
Thanks. Have you been able to determine what it does?
No, I can't make head nor tails of it. I'd suggest asking an engineer.
Fair enough. Have you checked the other bodies for similar objects?
Maya had a peculiar wound on her wrist, but no implant. It is possible that the killer cut it out.
And Carl?
Alas, he was cremated before I got a chance. The next of kin was really fussy about that.
Damn. Where are the ashes?
Still in the oven. I was about to collect them.
That one?
No, the one in my kitchen.
Excuse me?
I'm joking. You really need to lighten up, you know?
I'll worry about that when the case is solved. Excuse me, Doctor. Wow, the implant is still intact. It must be made of some strong materials. I don't have anything to ask him right now. 2 electronic wrist implants, extracted from Carl and Katarina.
Wow, you made it out!
Stating the obvious much?
I need to know all about your daring escape.
It was a close call. I had to rely on some dangerous self-harm and, well, your distraction, I presume. Thanks for that.
Anytime. Hopefully it won't take too long for you to clear up this whole mess.
That would certainly be preferable. There's too much at stake.
I have no doubt. Now, what can I do you for?
What do you think of Rolf?
Funny guy. Smokes like a chimney and drives one hell of a hard bargain.
I have to find Stina Ruth. Any idea where she might be?
I often see her around this part of town, but I'm not sure where she lives exactly.
Oh my god!
What?
Are those robot eggs?
Nisa, no, that's not quite. You better take those away before he gets excited. He keeps bugging me about a little brother.
Oh my! Are those?
You...
Okay, so we can't ask him.
I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye, police lady.
No need to go back in there. Alright, looks like her address is at 5 Lindgren Street. I think that's up the stairs opposite Walter's shop. I don't think I need to look... I don't think
Just had to get her to drink another cup of coffee.
An old badge from when Stina was a police officer in the city. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. A diploma for especially distinguished service, signed by the bureau director. It's probably from back when Stina retired. That's the biggest bottle of booze I have ever seen. Various items to care for a baby. Stina must be the kidnapper. A smoker too? It seems that Stina is a woman of many vices. Looks like Stina when she was about my age. She used to be quite pretty. A number of empty glass vials in a neat package. There were a couple of tapes here. Looks like this hasn't been functional for a while. Not even a blanket? Stina must like to sleep rough. A few identical bottles. I would guess they contain alcohol. There's a tape player on the table. No tape inside.
Report number 3. After roughly a month of surveillance, I am sure there are no more than 3 people in the group. The leader and the young couple. I have been unable to determine the location of their mainframe, but it must be in one of the key locations here in Nordsund. They rarely go down to the ground. The shack in the junk heap appears to be connected to a large makeshift antenna, so they may have access to long-range communications. The leader keeps referring to her wrist implant as a key, but I'm not sure to what. In any case, we should make sure to obtain it when we strike. We're starting to reach a point where we know enough to take action. Let's meet after dark at the usual place and discuss our options. Leonard, signing off. I know what you said, but I can't wait any longer. They're getting too close. The child will be born in a matter of weeks. If they finalize Project Huldra, it'll be the end of us all. I'll take care of their leader first. I've gained her trust, so it shouldn't be hard to get along with her. As for the child, the host, God forgive me, but it is an abomination. I will do what needs to be done. Make sure you destroy these tapes. If things go wrong, I don't wish for any blame to fall on you or my church. You have taught me much, Councilwoman. If I fail, I trust you'll find a way to resume my sacred duty. Goodbye.
So, if Leonard killed the Conduit members, who killed Leonard? That's some shaky aim. Withdrawal? Those empty vials tell quite a story. I better try to track her. She can't stay cloaked forever.
Okay, so
Looks like the tracks continue west, past the canteen. Good grief, that's a huge bird. Stina! Even if you defeat me, the Bureau will send everything they've got.
Fuck it! Damn you, Leonard!
Trying to rationalize your own vile actions, are you? I assume you took his life.
Of course I did. That brainwashed idiot forced my hand. I just wanted to steal their technology, and he decided to go on a fucking killing spree. You don't get it, Vera. We're both living on borrowed time. Blue clings onto you. You'll never be free. You'll see. The only way is to give in and let it absorb you, consume you. The key to our full potential is right here. If you join me, I'll show you how. I'll show you everything those mindless drones at the Bureau try to hide from us.
I'll only accept your surrender or defeat, Stina.
Time for you to earn your stripes then. Give it your best shot.
Not now. My service, the battery is the limiting factor.
Oh.
Another one bites the dust.
Don't cry. You're safe now.
I guess this is it, Agent.
I agree. Those wounds look lethal. I'd advise you to make your peace with the inevitable.
Before you ask, the baby is okay. I'm not a fucking monster.
Good. Why'd you even bring it here?
I thought it would unlock this damn mainframe. Since my stupid implant didn't work. She sure had a thing for security protocols. You can consider the case closed. Leonard took out the conduit members. Then I put him down like the rabid dog he was. What's more important than my petty little life is what you do with what's on that computer.
It contains the code to Huldra, right? A powerful AI?
Yes. Adapted for a blue biocircuit. I thought I would be the one to merge with...
Stina?
Good job, my love. She had to go.
I wish I could understand what she was trying to do.
We'll probably never know. No point in thinking about it.
I need to gain access to the mainframe. It's the key to ending all of this.
Yes. Project Huldra is in our grasp. You know what to do.
She had another wrist implant in her pocket. Likely Maya's.
Huldra's kernel is functional, but all my hybrid simulations have failed. The host always suffers from massive cognitive dissonance. We're likely dealing with an interface problem. Ordinary adult augmentation simply won't provide enough bandwidth for a successful cognitive symbiosis. I've been researching prenatal augmentation, and my initial findings look promising. Synchronizing the growth of a nervous system with an early introduction of blue may be the key. young woman I have come in contact with has shown herself to be bright, dedicated, and loyal. She is willing to offer a child for our cause. The next step is to find a father, but we have to be selective. We can't risk this man exposing our activities. I also finally managed to acquire a sample of blue, but I am not proud of the things I had to do to get it. I just hope my city contact made it out alive. We've just finished the work on the womb tank. I'm still skeptical about this Carl, but Katarina assures me she can keep him on a leash. He seems like the jumpy paranoid type. I'll play along for now, but it's likely only a matter of time before he becomes a liability. Anyway, the tank needs some further testing, but it won't be long until we can attempt an artificial insemination. While we wait for the vessel to mature, I've established a self-destruct mechanism called the Fenrir Protocol. If we are ever compromised, it can be used to prevent our sacred work from falling into the wrong hands. The program will completely wipe all drives and backups. We can't risk our foes using Huldra for evil. It could well lead to the destruction of this entire planet.
I think that was all of them, wasn't it? Like four of them? Yeah. I think we should go with the Fenrir. Like, I don't think it's safe to say, oh, let's go put AI into a baby and, you know, hope for the best. I mean, considering, what's her face even just said in the audios, oh, if it falls into the wrong hand, it could mean the end destruction. You know, so, yeah, no. We ain't gonna let that happen.
This is the only logical course of action, Alex.
Not Alex.
No, you can't. If you do this, I'll be gone forever.
You're already bloody gone.
You're already gone, Alex. I love you, but you're gone.
I guess I really am, huh? Maybe it's time to stop pretending.
Yes. Living in denial like this is too destructive.
Yeah. It's time for me to go.
It is. Goodbye, Alex.
Goodbye, Vera. I love you.
That's it. It's done. Let's get you to your mother, kid.
Thank God. Is that him? Is he okay?
Your child is unharmed. You must be recovering fast, given your transfer here.
I'm all right. The headaches are almost gone, and I'm getting my energy back. What happened to Stina?
Deceased. I also activated the Fenrir protocol in your secret lab. Project Huldra has been terminated.
What? You did? Fuck. No, you ruined everything.
What's done is done, but you can still be a mother.
Oh, please. You think they'd ever let me keep him after everything I've done?
She's right, you know. A woman who experiments on her own child, she's way too dangerous to be a parent.
I'm never getting out of prison anyway. Just take him away. He's better off without me.
We'll take him, shall we?
He'll be safe with me.
Good. Just go. Get out of here.
You know, Alex, for a moment, it nearly made sense to go through with it. When a loved one is within our grasp, it's so easy to start rationalizing. to treat incredible dangers as nothing but exaggerated, irrational fears. I learned to overcome those selfish emotions and accept the cold, hard truth. You're gone, and you're never coming back. I'll come back here every once in a while, but it won't be like before. I've become a parent, and that means a different set of priorities. For the first time since he passed away, I find myself curious about the future. And I think that's something worth holding on to.
Mm-hmm. That was actually a bit less less gameplay left than what I thought there was going to be. I thought there was going to be a bit longer, because obviously it's only been an hour and a half. So, I guess I did too much the first time. But then, to be fair, I knew what I was doing, and that was what made the gameplay quicker. Essentially, is that I knew pretty much what I had to do. Because I'd already played through it at least like once or twice. But it's still a really good game, I think, though. Definitely worth getting. I mean, I was lucky to get this game through Twitch, actually. Like, it was on Twitch Prime, and I was like, oh my god, I have to claim that. Yes. And I think that was like, maybe like a week or so after I'd actually put it on my wishlist on Steam. But I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I think the only downside to getting it on Twitch is that you don't get the Steam achievements. Unless there is a way to transfer the key that you get through Twitch onto Steam. I'll probably look into later or something. Who knows? Wait, what's the big wish list? Oh, are you looking at my Steam wish list? Oh yeah, no, I got a lot of games on there. I'm like, oh, I want this. And I've been adding to it more since I got RPG Maker as well. Like, a lot of RPG DLC is on there as well now. But yeah. We've done it. I don't think there's any bonus stuff for me here, so but I wonder if we can oh, it just takes you to the cemetery, so you can't. Oh, okay. So I don't think we can go and see what happened if we chose the other thing. Seems that it's saved there. Well, that was quite a short stream today, I think, but obviously we'll be doing a Regention Impact tomorrow, I think, because I don't think I've got any other not DLC. I haven't got any more of these other point and clicks for this one, but I mean, I do have obviously the remastered version of Full Throttle, so maybe that at some point. But mostly it'll probably Genshin Impact for the next couple of days, and then we might do a point and click next week, maybe. We'll just sort of like play it by ear though, really. So, although it's a bit early, we're going to go and give someone a raid. So I do hope you guys have enjoyed the day stream. It has been very short, but the next stream will be tomorrow. So we'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye guys.